No
It's
jury
going to
trial.
be
You
a
have the
jury
situation in
trial.
your hands. Make it a
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're stepping inside Judge Perkins' courtroom in Detroit for a case that's equal parts absurdity and legal drama. Grayson Bay, a sovereign citizen extraordinaire, walks in insisting the court cannot touch him unless he consents. The stakes: traffic tickets that have now ballooned into a full-blown confrontation. But this isn't just about fines. It's about a man testing the limits of legal reality, clashing with a no-nonsense judge and seasoned legal professionals. Get ready for verbal fireworks, jurisdictional chaos, and a masterclass in why believing your own fantasy arguments in court can backfire spectacularly. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see just how sharply fantasy meets reality when you face an actual...
This is Javar, Grayson, case number SP 1463900, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 146409991, SP 146436761. Appearance for the record, please.
Grayson Bay.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Grayson Bay.
All right. Good morning to you, sir.
Your Honor, I'm going to represent myself in this matter. And for the record, my name is Grayson Bay.
All right. City of Detroit versus Javar, Grayson Bay. Your offer, sir, is a $240 fine, failure to display, and a seatbelt ticket. You pay those, we'll close the other matters out. That will abstract to the Secretary of State. And then the seatbelt ticket is $65. So $240, $65. We'll close the matters. We'll close the matters out. That'll be a failure to display. It will abstract, but it won't carry any points. And today is the date and time set for a trial.
Your Honor, today was supposed to be set for trial, and I don't consent to any of this.
Okay, it is set for trial. I just gave you your offer so that you can you go in? Okay, there. I just gave you your offer so you could.
I'm not accepting that. I won't accept that offer.
Mr. Corporal Ambrose, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Corporal Brian Ambrose. Detroit Police Department, badge 415.
Good morning to you. Okay, let's go. Are you ready to proceed, Corporal Ambrose?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I would object to holding this trial. I believe he stated that he's a different person. We have a ticket for a Mr. Javar Grayson. Grayson Bay is an entirely different person. We don't have jurisdiction over. We don't have a case over. I would object to holding that trial.
I'm going to deny the objection. He just said he's Grayson Bay. Just I don't think he's objecting to the fact
I object to that, Your Honor. I'm objecting, and I also question it.
You can already see the hallmark signs of a sovereign citizen confrontation. Grayson refuses legal counsel and claims the court has no authority over him because he doesn't consent. This is textbook. Sovereign citizens cling to the illusion that the legal system requires their permission to function. What they don't realize is the courtroom doesn't bend to personal belief. It runs on law, procedure, and precedent. Every objection, every claim about consent or identity is already doomed because jurisdiction is established the moment an alleged offense occurs within the court's territory. This is where the drama really starts, as Grayson's fantasy collides with cold, unyielding legal reality.
Okay. Well, I'm denying your motion about jurisdiction, sir. The court has jurisdiction over you, so let's. Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Grayson Bay?
No, I'm not. I object to anything that you call yourself doing. Also, I'd like to add that I sent this Brian and brochure. I sent him a COL. It's a color of law form. I warned him about this situation. This process is also in Wayne County. He's being sued. We can continue this all day. I also will add you to the case if you want to continue this. This needs to be dismissed. Now we're seeing Brian Ambrosius in 3 weeks in Wayne County.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and proceed because it's not going to be dismissed today. Okay. So you can do what you want to do over in circuit court, then have your way. That is your right. I don't know how you're proceeding in circuit court when you feel that this court doesn't even have jurisdiction over you. So let's go ahead and proceed. Corporal Ambrose, you want to speak with them before we proceed, Ms. Snyder?
Yes, Your Honor, and I do think we just need to clear up on the record that Your Honor has denied my motion to not have this matter heard today based on this defendant saying he is not the defendant before us. And also that defendant has agreed that he is not the defendant before us, but Your Honor is telling us to still do this trial. I need to make sure that's clear on the record.
Yeah, I don't think that he's denying that he's not Javar Grayson Bay. Are you denying that you're not Javar Grayson Bay, sir?
I am the living person, Grayson Bay.
Grayson
so is an
however he wants to articulate it, we'll let him articulate that. He's Grayson Bay. He's Javar Grayson Bay. His mom gave him that name. I don't think that's any dispute. Okay, so
that name has a social security card attached to it. It also has.
I think it's going to be pretty quick, Ms. Snyder. I'll put you in a breakout room with Corporal Ambrose and put it that way. It is just an expired plate, a seatbelt ticket, no proof of insurance. What is this other thing? Refuse to exhibit license and a false information ID. So just join the breakout room, have a conversation with Corporal Ambrose, and then we'll just hear it. And if he has a right to remain silent, he says he doesn't want to be represented by a lawyer, and you can just put.
Grayson doubles down, insisting he sent forms and that someone else is the real defendant. What follows is pure delusion-level reasoning, claiming the system needs his acknowledgement, issuing threats about adding the judge to his lawsuits, and basically trying to play chess on a board that doesn't exist. The judge responds calmly, but firmly, reminding him that the law doesn't operate on Crayola-level reasoning or imaginary paperwork. For anyone watching, this is a masterclass in patience and procedural authority. It's also a cautionary tale. No amount of self-styled legalese, forms, or threats can replace actual legal grounding.
Supervisor has advised me to file an interlocutory appeal, Your Honor.
An interlocutory appeal on my motion, on your motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Or I suppose time to brief the issue, maybe on this record, or I'd leave in Your Honor's discretion.
Let's see does that interlocutory appeal, if that is,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, are we back on the record for Grayson?
Yeah, let's go back on the record with Mr. Javar Grayson Bay. Now, is that interlocutory appeal, I mean, I have to proceed. I mean, I got the discretion of whether I want to allow you to do that or not, or just proceed, and you can file your appeal. Correct? Give me the law on that. You're muted, Miss Snyder.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My supervisor is talking to me over the wall, so it's hard to hear two people at once.
Okay.
The court rule is, I think she might be coming back. It's MCR 7.205.
7.205, application for leave to appeal, and you said what was the citation? What were the other?
7.212, but that's just saying the format for briefs.
I have 7.205 as application for leave to appeal. Appeals to circuit court. 7. 105, if the order appealed is interlocutory, setting forth facts showing how the appellant would suffer substantial harm by awaiting final judgment before taking an appeal.
We believe that the substantial harm that the people would suffer would be the defendant has already stated he's filing numerous lawsuits against the court, against the parties, against the officer. We believe we'd be giving...
This is where the courtroom tension hits another level. The prosecutor explains the stakes. Grayson's fingerprints and identity verification will settle who is responsible, yet he persists with his delusions. Judge Perkins is having none of it. Sovereign citizens often think procedural maneuvers can delay justice indefinitely, but the system has mechanisms to ensure accountability. This segment shows the stark contrast, real legal consequences versus imagined rights. Grayson may think he's spinning a clever web, but every claim he makes is a brick in the wall of his own procedure.
More issue to add to his level of appeals. This is one issue that needs to be clarified. Of course, he will be found, I believe, through fingerprints, to be either the person given that ticket or Javar Grayson, the person given the ticket, will be given a capias warrant and we can move on. But I do believe that this issue needs to be handled before we make a further record. I have a duty to mitigate the city's damages, and I believe that's what we're doing and what I was advised to do by my supervisor.
But how would the city be harmed at all if we proceed? What would be any harm for the city? Especially if you acknowledge the fact that you think that by fingerprints that would be Mr. Javar Grayson.
But Your Honor, what we think and what we can prove as a matter of the record and as the court of law is different. I do understand it. I believe he's being frivolous. I think he is wasting the court's time. But I do think that as lawyers, as a court of law who do have to face appellate issues, this is something that we need to clear up on the record and have a clear record, such as a chain of custody of who Mr. Grayson is. I don't think it would take that long. Or we could solve this today with giving Javar Grayson a capias warrant and let Bay, whoever he may be, go on about his business. Either or. But I do think that having this trial over both of our objections is not the correct answer.
I just don't feel. I just don't feel.
You can't stand
one. I don't see any harm in proceeding. He's already indicated that he is Javar Grayson, except he wants to be acknowledged as Javar Grayson Bay, or he's the living. I don't know how he termed it. Person of Javar Grayson Bay. I don't think that, as a matter of fact, when Corporal Ambrose came in the room and introduced himself, I saw Mr. Grayson Bay sort of kind of had a look on his face. And to me, I took that look as he knows Corporal Ambrose. And there's no question. I haven't asked Corporal Ambrose is if this is the person that he pulled over, but I'll definitely let you ask Corporal Ambrose that. But I don't think that there is any sort of identity issue here. I think the issue comes into something that we've seen probably, I don't know how many times, and I'm sure we're gonna see it more in the future. And I agree that those things are frivolous and they do not apply. So I don't see where any...
Now, here comes a classic, I am a living person, not a legal entity argument. Grayson insists is not the same as the ticketed individual, demanding recognition as his living self, Javar Grayson Bay. Sovereign citizens love this trick, questioning the existence of legal names or the court's authority over them. But the judge shuts it down with surgical precision. Identity is established, jurisdiction is in effect, and the law doesn't care about your personal nomenclature. It's both hilarious and tragic. The court is calm, the reasoning sound, and the arguments, meanwhile, are spinning in the void of fantasy logic. This is why judges earn every penny.
And through you, that this is not, I don't recognize this person that's here, and was this not the person that, or even if there was, I would even allow Mr. Grayson Bay to
to put on a identity defense and say that wasn't me. He didn't. That wasn't the defense. I don't know what his defense is going to be.
Your Honor, may I?
No, you can't. No, you can't. No. When I ask you to, when I want you to speak,
No
I'll allow
problem.
you to speak. I'm not going to give you that opportunity.
No problem.
So to settle this matter about your objection, it's like if the court rules bound me not to proceed because you wanted an interlocutory appeal, then it would be the court rules would bind me to do so. But I don't know of a court rule that's going to bind me not to appeal. And I just don't see in what harm it will be to any other parties, the defense or the city, by us proceeding in this fashion. I understand he's got cases over in circuit court. He may have cases over in federal court. I don't know. But here again, we're here. The parties are present, and I'm satisfied at least that's the Mr. Javar Grayson Bay. That we have the right person here in court today. So I'll let you make a last-minute record, Ms. Schneider.
Can I just have one? My supervisor walked away. Can I have 1 second to go talk to her?
Yes. Now you can. Let's see if you want to. If Mr. Grayson has anything, I'm gonna allow him an opportunity to speak so you can hear what he has to say. Go ahead, Mr. Grayson Bay.
Your Honor, I sent you a declaration of notice stating who I am and the fraud, Javar Grayson. I sent you the paperwork. This was over 3 or 4 months ago. I'm pretty sure you have plenty of time to read and understand the situation.
This next section is a showdown of patience and professional persistence. Grayson refuses counsel, claims procedural errors, and demands dismissal. The judge walks the fine line, respecting his right to self-representation while making it crystal clear that the court proceeds regardless. This is the crux of these cases. The law is not flexible for whimsy, and the courtroom is a reality check for anyone who believes otherwise. The dialogue here is tense but controlled, a perfect demonstration of how courtroom structure and legal authority can neutralize even the most elaborate sovereign citizen theatrics.
And I object to this. And again, your court system has no jurisdiction over it.
Give me a point to a court rule or put your legal objection on the record. What is your objection?
My objection is jurisdiction.
Okay, well, I deny that objection. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Snyder. We'll pass the matter. We'll allow you to speak with your supervisor. All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Grayson Bay. Are you there, Mr. Grayson Bay?
Yes, I am.
What I will do, listen, Ms. Snyder, let's go back on the record with Ms. Grayson. What I will do is I will pass this matter and I will reset this trial date for an in-person, because I think this is one that needs to be in person. We can't. It's been some stuff that Mr. Grayson Bay has said that he has filed with this court. He says he sent me some stuff. I don't have that in front of me. There's it in the file. And this one seems like it's going to necessitate some, it's going to necessitate a trial, and I think that this one is best to be done in person. So what I will do is I will reset this trial date. That will give me an opportunity, one, to get the documents that, if they exist, that Mr. Grayson Bay has said that he has filed with this court. And then two, that'll have both of the parties here in person. All right, so I'm gonna reset this matter for a January 9th
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
in-person trial date. Now that is going to do. Now let me ask you this, sir. You understand you have a right to a trial by jury, correct? Mr. Grayson Bay?
I'm just challenging jurisdiction. Also, for the record, I sent Detroit Police Department 12th Precinct a declaration of notice. I also sent them a COL, which is a color of law.
Listen, Mr.
Under
Grayson
federal law.
Bay.
I also
Listen, Mr. Grayson Bay. I don't care about that stuff. All I care about is what's here before me right now.
Okay. Did you get the declaration of notice?
I don't. If I did, it's not in the file. I'm not going to say I didn't.
Okay, I'll send you another copy.
Let's make this a jury trial too.